Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to do Leetcode daily challenge, sequential digits. So let us first carefully read this question, then about the constraint, then from example we will devise the solution, and then finally the coding part for the same. So here an integer has sequential digit if and only if each digit in the number is one more than the previous digit. Return a sorted list of all integers in the range low to high inclusive that have sequential digit. So now first thing is that what is sequential digit? So here as they have mentioned that sequential digit is that if and only if each digit in the number is one more than the previous digit. So basically whatever number is given to us, each digit in the same would be in increasing order. That is the definition of sequential digit. Now we are required to return sorted list of all the integers in range low to high, and low to high it is given here, inclusive that have sequential digit. So basically all those numbers which are of the form sequential digits that we are required to return, and that also in sorted order. So that list we are required to return. So this is what the question is about. Now let us check for the constraint. So constraints are pretty much high, but the way this question is saying, in that context we can devise a solution which would be like not even dependent on these constraints, but it would be just dependent upon length of these constraints. So in that context, let me explain you what I want to say. So here we are given with low and we are given with this high. So length of this is 3, right? And length of this is also 3. Now comes the part that we are required to return this, and also the sequential digits are these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. This is a complete sequential digit, right? So we are required to return numbers between 100 to 300, right? So 1, 2, 3 is one of them. Then 2, 3, 4 is one of them. But if we go to 3, 4, 5, right, then it is higher than these 3, 4, 5 is basically greater than 300, right? So that's why we have just these two as the answer. Now we check for the part, means the basically now if we check for this one 1000, 10, 1300. So here the length is 4 and here this length is this 13,000 which is there is 5, right? So we will be starting from this 4, means 4 length. So for 4 length 1, 2, 3, 4, then 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Then 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we have, we change the color, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we have 4, 5, 6, 7. Mm, hmm. Then we have 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we have 6, 7, 8, 9, right? So basically we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 which are there, so they have put all those 6 here, right? Now comes the part, because these are just 4 digit. Now we will be checking for 5 digit sequentials. So for 5 digit if we check, so now here we start from 1 because it is 13,000, right? Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the 5 digit and here it is 12, right, rather than 13. Now if we go ahead, so it will be starting from 2, right? And if anything is starting from 2, so we will be going 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this would be the 5 digit, and this is greater than this 13,000, right? So we won't be taking that and we will be just taking this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I hope with this explanation you are much clear that how we are required to do this question. Means here the point is that if we take, means if we just hard code value for the sequential digit, means is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Means if we take just this string and if we check for the length of these, and according to these length only, if we check for all the sequential digits which are there in this particular, then somehow this whole solution is not dependent upon the value of the constraint, but instead it is dependent upon the size of the constraint. And in that context, it will become order of one solution rather than going ahead with any n square and log n or any other sort of solution. So if you really got the idea, you can go ahead and solve this question with whatever uh, edge cases and so on comes in your mind. Else, you can resume this video and go ahead and you can check how I have coded the same. So now let us go ahead with the coding part for the same. So here first thing which I am doing is, here as I told, we will be hard coding it, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and as you can clearly see it is a string, right? So here it is not even counted into any sort of means space, right? Whatever space it is occupying, it is coming as order of 1. Now here we have vector of int result because we are required to return in the form of vector of int. Now length minimum and length maximum. So this length minimum would be length of this and length maximum would be length of high. So length minimum, that is length of low. So what we would be doing is, we will be first converting this to the string so that we can get the length. So here we are just converting it to string by doing to string of low, and then we are extracting the length, and same we are doing with the high. Now the next part means our main part of this particular question. So what we are doing is, we are going from length minimum to length maximum. This is just for the fact so that we don't exceed this particular length. That is why we are going ahead with this loop. Although we can clearly see that at minimum it could be 2 length and at maximum it could be 9 length, right? So from 2 to 9, this is already order of one loop only. And now comes the part for this. And now here we are going from 0 to 10 minus I. And why 10 minus I? We are taking this 10 minus I because this 9 which is there, right? So at max there could be 9 digit. So just one digit more than that, we are doing 10 minus I. So that we can go ahead and there won't be any sort of runtime error, and even for this particular operation which we are going to do. Means basically we are taking that hard coded which was there, this thing, this hard coded thing which is there, we are taking this, we have named it as digit. So from that we are taking a substring which is starting from j. So this is just for starting point, means whatever we were doing 1 2 3 4 in this, we were starting from here, right? So this is j equals to 0, and how long it will be going, it will be dependent on this I which is there. So this, when I is equal to 0, so it would be of this length, but it will, right? So like that only it will be going ahead till 10 minus I. So that is the thing. Now although it will be checking till 10 digits, but still we need to keep a check that it is in the range of low and high, right? It is in the range of this. So in that context what we are doing, then we are checking if that num is basically greater than high. Means if it is greater than this, then in that context what we are doing, just we are breaking out at that point only so that we don't need to go further in this particular loop. And then if that is not the case, then we are checking that if it is in this range. If it is, then we will be pushing that to our result. And after doing all these again and again as per the for loop conditions, when everything is done, then we are just returning a result. So As I have already told, this is also order of 1 because it is going till 10 only, and that all at max till 10 when I is equal to 0, which is already order of 1. And this one is also going at max till 9 minus 2, from 2 to 9 minus 2. So that's why this whole becomes order of 1 only, and this string which is there, that is also order of 1 space. Basically time complexity and space complexity becomes order of 1. So this was all for this particular question. If you have any doubt, you could comment that down. And if you really like the explanation, do like, subscribe to my channel and share this among your friends. So this was all. Thank you.